Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Steven Inks. My name is Steven and today we're talking about an issue in the fountain pen community that has come up in a couple of videos that I've seen on YouTube and definitely a few forum posts I've seen in various places where people are talking about fountain pens. And that is the Twsbi Eco and the issue with the plastic parts of the pen cracking. And I unfortunately had this experience in the last couple of months where the edge of the section where the nib and the feed meet the body of the pen has actually cracked. I have pictures of what that looked like, and I having done my research, I felt very frustrated that a pen that I love so much would fail me in that way, in a way that none of my other pens ever have failed me. But at the same time, I've heard from other people posting and other vendors saying that Twsbi has a fantastic warranty. So I'm wondering if my pen is covered, and I'm wondering what kind of a response I'll get if I send an email. So I went ahead and I sent an email regarding this to the Twsbi Corporation, their location in the LA, Southern California area, which is what's closest to me. And they have a couple of international places as well. So the question is, how good is the Twsbi warranty? And do I still feel okay recommending their pens, considering what happened and considering what's about to happen when I see the response? So let's check it out. Okay, so here's my pen. As you can see, it's well loved. It has some ink spots that I have not been able to get out even with the deepest of cleanings. And see if I can get a good distance for the focus. So there's the spot where the plastic cracked right along the seam. Big bummer because I love this pen. It has been probably my most used pen in the 2 years that I've been YouTubing. Yeah, and you can see it's right along the seam of the plastic, right on the edge where the nib goes in. This is their Twsbi nib, so I have not changed it or used anything besides what came with the pen. So they're a little disappointing, but I don't know. We're gonna write into Twsbi and see what they say. So an email was sent. Good afternoon. My name is Steven, and I have many compliments, blah blah blah, very nice words, so that I'll get my pen fixed. Recently, I noticed a small crack in the expository details, which my subscribers already know about. I have had the pen since 2020, but I heard that Twsbi has an excellent warranty, and I am wondering what you can do for me. Sincerely, Steven. And the next day. Hi, Steven. No worries. What is your shipping address? We can send you a spare Twsbi Eco barrel. You just need to PayPal us $5 if you are in the US. Philip. And it arrived less than a week later. It is here. And let's see what we've got inside. There it is, a barrel to a Twsbi Eco. I'm just gonna pop this out. I'm very impressed with the speed of the shipping, first class. And also the packaging, it came very well protected. and it is a bright, new, clean Twsbi Eco barrel. I did pay the cost of shipping, which is, you know, if this was a brand new pen, I might be irked about that, but I've had this pen for 2 years, and I'm willing to admit that there may be some fault on my own part in the plastic failing, even though I have not had any other pen fail this way. It is what it is. I'm very happy with this exchange. So using my original case for my Eco, this is one reason why it's worthwhile to hold on to stuff like this. It came with a little wrench, and we're going to use that wrench right now to take it apart. I'm going to use another silicone grease to grease it up, but just a note that the pen does come with some silicone grease to keep the piston lubricated so that it doesn't wear down. We'll be doing that, but we'll be doing that off camera because I have my own container to do that with. So here's how you use this this wrench. You're going to loosen the piston to the point that the side lifts up enough to stick the wrench in. All right, and then we're going to loosen it. So it's actually, because of the it being upside down, it's actually lefty tighty, righty loosey, but you'll figure it out. And so twisting all the way off. There we go. I'm going to also remove the nib and the feed, and we'll put that back on later. And this cracked piece is going away. And we're going to stick this back in, and it's a very clean piece. I am actually going to go ahead and utilize this bottle for the first time. Just use everything that Twsbi gave me so that you can see how this would be done. All right, and it's got a little applicator tip here. Let's see if we can get some of this stuff on here. Interesting. This appears to be made of like some rigid plastic, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get that into here. Very good. You can see I am clearly a professional pen person who knows what he's doing at all times, and definitely is not trying desperately to figure this out so that he doesn't have to do a second take of his video. I'm a professional. I don't know how this works. I'm gonna get my other one. Hold on. All right, this is my silicone grease that I bought on Amazon, and it was really cheap. I think it was like $6 or $7. Same thing as this. This appears to be a thicker version. As you can see from the ink blots in there, I have used it this way before. I just kind of get a little bit around the edge. You don't need a lot of this stuff, and it's really gross when it gets on your fingers. Maybe you don't care, but I care. The only gross thing I want all over my fingers is ink. preferably Noodlers or Colorverse, but that's just me. Okay, so this silicone grease is making it go into the pen body a lot more smoothly. We're going to take the tool at this time. I'm going to bring it up so that I can do this and tighten the barrel. I went the wrong way again, so it's backwards from whatever you think it is or whatever I think it is. Threads align perfectly in this brand new piece, and with the silicone grease attached, there we go. We have a good looking pen. We have, my baby is back. All right. So I'm going to put the nib and feed back on, and the next thing that we get to do is to take this baby for a spin. Let's do some drawing. So I filled my pen today with some Colorverse Delicious Sleep, a favorite color of mine. And as I suspected, there were no issues with the refill at all. So I didn't include that video in this video. If you'd like to see what filling this pen looks like, you can go to my review of the pen, which is a ways further back in the channel. It was one of the first videos I ever posted. I think though that since we kind of already know what the functioning of this pen is, as it's a favorite on this channel, let's just get into some drawing. Alright, so I had a silly little idea that I thought I'd share with you all, and the Twsbi Eco, once again, is the perfect pen for a drawing that requires a certain amount of flexibility with the ink line weight not being too thin, and also not being something like a brush pen where you can't get in and get fine details. It's great to have my pen back. I've got a couple of notes about Twsbi. In general, again, I do feel like if the pen had never cracked in the first place, well, then I would have a lot less to say. But the fact that it is the only pen where the barrel has cracked, including a lot of much cheaper pens that I have bought in the past, I'm a little conflicted on it. The second thing that I wanted to say is I have no idea how that silicone grease is supposed to work in the Twsbi box. I love that the Eco comes with all this stuff. Like, it's really cool. You got the little wrench, and you got your pen, and it fits really nicely in the box. But then there's this bottle of silicone grease, and it's like, it's hard plastic. It's practically, it feels like it's almost made of glass. So how does the silicone grease come out of the bottle? Someone tell me. Philip, maybe you could tell me. I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, I do really like the way the pen behaves. It behaves exactly like it was before. So no complaints at all about the system that allows me to get parts to my pen replaced if ever they go bad. And I do believe them that I'm paying the cost of shipping. And I'm assuming, since their US office is based in California, which is the state that I live in, probably the $5 that I'm spending is paying for my shipping plus a little more, and hopefully they'll charge that same $5 to somebody who lives a bit further away than I do. Call it taking care of my community. Anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of this drawing. I have nothing else to say. See you at the end. finally thinking about what we've been through this magic journey of having my pen go from broken to replaced, and all the things that happened in between. I've got to say, I'm changing my question from how good is Twsbi's warranty to a statement of how good is that warranty. I'm very excited to have my pen restored to me for basically the cost of shipping. I do want to address a couple of things that I think a lot of people might already mention in the comments, and there are some people who are probably reasonably frustrated with this issue if they've dealt with it. One, it is true that this is the only pen I have that has cracked in this way. Maybe I've been very lucky, or maybe I have overloved my, my Eco because I do use it a lot and I carry it with me, and I'm a little bit punishing with my pens. I also have a habit of taking my pens completely apart to clean them. That's one of the things that I like about fountain pens, so I'm not going to apologize for that, but that could have contributed to what happened. I would not be happy paying $5 to replace the section of my pen if it was any newer than how long I've had it, which is about 2 years. I would also be frustrated if this new section cracked. I have heard that there have been some changes in the processing of the plastic that goes into these pens, so I am hoping that this issue is not an issue anymore and I won't see that happen up front. Also, though, if I received the pen in a broken condition, I would not contact Twsbi in this way. I would contact the retailer and ask for a refund or a replacement. So that is where that would happen, and obviously I would expect that to be free of charge. That being said, the things that are really positive about this experience, first of all, no questions asked. Even when I mentioned in my email that it could be my fault for how often I have pulled apart and put together my pen, and if I had done that in an uncareful way, then that could have been on me. But they replaced it, no questions asked, so they really believe in and stand by their pens, which I also appreciate. Again, the Twsbi Eco is one of my favorite pens. It is a fun pen to draw with. It's a fun pen to have around, so I'm glad to have it back. I'll bet you there are some other questions, comments, concerns, and things that you might have, and I would love to open up that dialogue in the comment section below. Please remember to be respectful in your comments, and I will try to respond to as many as I can with answers to questions, but also knowing that opinions may be different on this subject. We want to respect each other in that way. So thank you very much for listening to me, for liking, for subscribing, for helping me grow this channel to be a place where we can explore some of these issues in the fountain pen community and in the art community. I am very happy to be your guide in this, and I will see you in the next video.